Welcome back to another episode of The Money Codes. My name is Joel and I'm here to give you your daily money code fix. And today we're going to be talking about my personal favorite secured credit card, and that is the Discover It credit card. And I know currently in the social media space, there are a lot more excitement when it comes to things like fintech companies, credit builder accounts, shopping cart trick. Everyone is more excited about like these new things to build your credit. But I have to say that the secured credit card, even though it's kind of like the unsexy option, it's been around for a while and it still works, and it works very well. And I'm going to show you why it is the hands down best secured card in this market. So first thing first, if you are not somebody that is familiar with the credit card space, if you don't know what a secured card is, it's very simple. So when you make the decision to get a credit card, you have two options. You can either get an unsecured credit card or you can get a secured credit card. What is the difference? For a secured credit card, if you're somebody that has a low credit score, if you're somebody that doesn't have a credit score at all, some banks are not going to be trustworthy enough to go ahead and give you a card unsecured for $1,000 or $2,000, which means that you have no skin in the game. A secured card is you going to the bank and you making a good gesture, so to speak. And you're going to take a couple of $100s. Usually it's between 200, 500, around that range. You're going to take that money, you're going to give it to the bank. The bank is going to secure that for you, and then they're going to give you the same amount that you deposited in the form of a credit card. So that means if you put down 200, then you now have a secured card for 200. You are borrowing against your own money that you put up. That way, if you default, if you don't pay your bill, if you just run away, like a couple months later, the bank can say, well, all right, well, we have this person's money that they secured, so we got your money now. Good luck. So that's secured card. A secured card is like the entryway of building that relationship with that financial institution. Once you have a credit score that is strong enough, like if you're in the mid 600s, then you're able to go to a lot of different other banks and credit unions, and you don't have to put anything down. You can just go ahead and apply, and then they'll give you a credit card for $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, or if you're somebody with like Navy Federal, for example, you can get up to like 10, 20 plus, right? So for Discover, the reason why I like Discover is you only need to put down $200 to open up your account. There are a lot of other companies that are going to require you to put down at least double that, $500 and above. So if you are tight on a budget and you need a secured card, Discover only needs $200 and you're in the game. Also, another good thing about the Discover It card is, let's say you go ahead and you put that $200 down, you get a $200 credit card, secured credit card. If you do the things that I teach you in this YouTube channel or in any of my courses, and you are paying on time, you are keeping your utilization down, you are taking care of this little $200 card, what Discover It will do, usually around month 6 or month 7, they're going to review your account and they're going to allow you to graduate that card, which means they're going to take the training wheels off of that secured card and boom, they're going to refund you back that $200 or whatever amount that you put down. I recommend $200. That is more than enough. And now you officially have your own unsecured credit card. But remember, that is only if you are doing the things you're supposed to be doing. Don't get a secured card and try to ball out. That is not why we're getting the secured card. Another thing to keep in mind is your utilization rate. So if you are only putting down $200 to get your secured card, which I recommend, remember that anything over 30% and you're pushing it. What I like to do is I tell everyone to try to stay in between about 0 and about 10 to 12% utilization. So that means if you only have a $200 credit card limit, do not spend more than 20 bucks. And you might be saying, like, what's the point of getting a credit card? What can I buy for $20? Well, go on Netflix, go on Hulu, put that secured It card as your method of payment. Let Netflix charge you $17 or $18 or whatever amount, because they always keep going up in price, apparently. Whatever that amount is, Let them charge it to this Discover It card, you pay it off, and you just keep it pushing. This is not about trying to splurge. This is about building up a solid credit profile. This is not about trying to show off to anyone. Now let's get down to the bullet points of why I think this card is so dope. Number one, no annual fee. If you look at your Credit Karma, if you still have that account, if you look at that Credit Karma account and your credit score is not good, you're going to notice that they're going to be trying to promote certain credit cards that are not good. I mentioned that in previous videos. Your First Premiers, your Credit Ones, I think the other one is like Merrick, or for example. Those cards I'm not a fan of. Do not get those cards. Many of those cards have annual fees, which means just to even have that card, just to even have it, they're going to charge you $39, $49, $59 per year just to have access to this credit card. To me, that is just a waste of money. Do not do that. The Discover It does not have any annual fee. So reason number two why I think the Discover It card is the best secured card on the market is the 2% cash back at gas stations, restaurants, up to $1,000 each quarter. So not only are you not paying an annual fee, but you're actually getting 2% cash back up to $1,000 on things that you're already going to be spending money on anyway. And side note, if you are going to use this card, which I am going to recommend, it's a slight contradiction, but if you are going to go ahead and spend and rack up the rewards points, I would advise you to pay down multiple times per month, meaning do not go to the restaurants and charge up your card to $200 maxed out and just pay the minimum at the end of the month. Do not do that. I want you to treat this card as if it was like a debit card. So if you are going to go to the restaurant and try to get those rewards points, which I think is awesome, the day after, go ahead and pay that off. Just go back into the account, pay it off. Pay it back down to 0 to 10% utilization. If that means you have to make 2 or 3 payments per week just to keep it down, that's fine. This is what we need to do in the beginner stages in order to create a strong profile, in order to get cards like I mentioned before, which gives you credit limits of 10, 15, 20,000 and above. These are the small steps, so don't mess this up. We're laying the foundation. So now back to the rewards. After you hit that $1,000 cap per quarter, they're still going to give you 1% cash back on every other purchase. Very dope. Reason number 4 why I recommend Discover It. They have a cash back match at the end of your first year, which means if you're doing what I'm recommending you to do and you're paying and you're swiping and you're accumulating these reward points, Discover is going to match that at the end of the year. So let's say you racked up $200 in rewards points. At the end of the year, Discover is going to give you an additional $200 on top of what you already earned. So now you just had $400 in rewards points that you can do anything with. You can go and pay your Amazon bill. You can get statement credits. You can do a lot with. So that is why I encourage the Discover It card. Use it frequently, pay it down frequently, and especially in the first year, Discover will give you that match. And a few other cool tidbits. There is no foreign transaction fee. And I know we're still in the COVID era, but for the travelers out there, that is a pretty good perk because the fees can be kind of outrageous sometimes. Discover It reports to all 3 major credit bureaus. Whether you're doing My Jewelers Club or Kickoff or any of these other things that are like more exciting, not all of them report to all 3 major credit bureaus, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. So with Discover It, you don't have nothing to worry about. They will report to all 3 major credit bureaus. Now, what are the potential cons about the Discover It? I'm not going to recommend anything unless I give you both the good and the bad. The potential bad, there is no sign-up bonus. You may notice that on some of the premium cards, with like Chase, for example, once you get that credit card, what they'll do is they'll incentivize you. And they'll say something like, if you can spend $1,500 or $3,000 within the first 90 days, that they'll give you like a bonus, right? Discover does not have that. So that cash back match and that no bonus at the beginning, to me, they kind of wash each other out. So it's not technically a con, but that's something to be mindful of. This isn't one of the cards where within the first 90 days, you want to just swipe like crazy in order to meet some sort of bonus. This is not that type of card. And what is the second con? With Discover It, I know most people think that just because you are offering to give $200 that it's a guarantee to be accepted and to be approved for this credit card. What I have seen is it's not a guarantee that you'll be accepted. I've seen quite a few people not get accepted and not get approved for this credit card, even the secured card. If that's the case, don't be discouraged. There are things that you can still do with your credit profile to get you a little bit stronger so that you can reapply if by chance you don't get approved for the Discover It. And also what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link at the bottom of this video that is a link to the pre-approval Discover It link. So all you're going to have to do is click the link below. You're going to put in some of your basic information. It's going to be a soft pull, so you don't have anything to worry about. And then you're going to be able to see if you are pre-approved for any of the Discover products, mainly the Discover It secured card. So that is it. That is the end of my video. Once again, please do not get discouraged if you're not able to get this card on your first attempt. And don't get discouraged to the point where now you're going ahead and now you're applying for these subprime predatory type credit cards because you feel like that's the only option for you. Don't do that. Be consistent. Stay with this card. If you're not able to get it now, do things like I told you before with either with Kickoff or Self or Credit Strong, or do the shopping cart trick to maybe get 1 or 2 positive Tradelines reporting on your account. Do that for a few months and then try to Discover It. Take my word for it. You do not want those subprime cards on your credit profile for more than one reason. But anyway, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. You already know what to do. Please like and subscribe. Go down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. If you got approved, if you didn't get approved. I want to hear back from the community, and I will catch you in the next video.